Hello everybody, how we doing today? Welcome on in. Good to have y'all out here. Hi. Hello. What's going on? Happy Wednesday. That's what it is. It's a fWhip Wednesday. Hello. Hi, how we doing? Welcomes. I swear I turn that on every single time and I double check it and then it breaks every time I go off the scene, and I don't know, man. It just breaks every time. Tacos, how we doing? What's up, Super Taco? Rapaciro, what's going on? SJ Red Rabbit, what's going on? Dot, how we doing? Jordan, hi. Hello. Violet Chewy, what's going on? Hello, Kiwi, hi. Hello. Spares, Ellen, what's up? Jaybird, Dire Kestrel, hi everybody. How we doing? Welcome on in. Good to have y'all out here. Hi. You know what? I got up today and I was like, I know I'm gonna stream, but I don't know what the heck I want to do on stream. And then I was like, what can I work on in the hardcore world that like just start working on just something, turn it into the survival side. And I was like, no part of me really wants to do that at all right now. Like, most of me just wants to go hang and creative and chill and just work on making some stuff for a little bit. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're just gonna hang in creative and we're just gonna have a good time. We're gonna get some building done. I don't know what it is, but we'll find something. Heroic Pixels, hello, how we doing? Harold, hi. What's up, everybody? Cat Lover, hello. Lefty Jason, hi. How are the doggos? They're doing good. It's a little warm today, so they're a little bleh, but you know, they're good. They're just hot. They're just hot dogs. We got 2 hot dogs in the house, but that's okay. It's the way it goes. MJR, thank you so much for the 27 months, my dude. I really appreciate that. And Alexar, thank you so much for the 10 months. I really do appreciate it. Unplanned creative ends up being the best, honestly. Yeah, we'll see where we get with it. So let's chill then. Exactly. When are we building the custom train and creative? Well, sorry, I just booted it up. I hadn't even logged in yet. Let me get Voxy loading everything in. Hello. Voxy always takes a little bit of time to get the start in here. We designed this on stream on Monday. I still like it. I think it's still pretty cool. There's a few things that I might come back and tweak. These lines here where it just kind of goes up is a little harsh. So I'm kind of thinking we come back in and like, go around the edge and just like stack up a few snow layers along here. I think something like that helps a little bit. But I'm also kind of okay with it looking like the snow is like really frosted over the top sections of the rocks. So I'm not too sure. I haven't decided. I'm just kind of leaving it for now to see if I want to do it. But then there are definitely spots like this that we missed on the mask that we can bring up and just do a little like there, and that helps it. Saw the short, liked it. Thank you. Yeah, I just took Monday's stream yesterday. I was like, I kind of want to turn this into a short. Let's see what happens. Because I felt like it was a pseudo tutorial almost for the stream. So I just kind of went through and I was like, okay, where did I start each stage of it and do it? So why are there blocks in the sky? Birds. No, that's a color gradient. You can kind of see the color wheel along the outside there. And nearer to us is dark and farther to us is light. It's just it's an Axiom color field thing. You can generate it in Axiom if you go up here and you go into operations, generate color field. Just make like a big selection in an area and you can do that. Also, let me move y'all down here. Where can I put chat that it's like not in the way? That's the hard part with Axiom. Maybe we'll shrink y'all down just a little bit. Today could be Nether Hub creative stream. It could be, Austin. We'll see where we go. Hades, what's up? How we doing? Hello. Liked it better before. Smooth it out. The snow. You like the mountains better before? That's okay. I like these mountains more. Yeah, I'm thinking we might need to smooth out the snow just a little, but it's kind of like a... The way we can smooth out the snow, to be honest, is we just erase all of the snow and just
Good,
redo
sir.
it.
Great to see you again. How have you been?
We might try that. Let's see if I prick that in there. That's a snow layer. And we're going to paint it all with air blocks. And we're going to crank this radius up. Let's try redoing it. There's not too much that we're really going to miss out on if we delete all this. I can just Control Z my way to get it all back. ZX, thanks for the dono. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, so is there anything that we need to change in
Support
here?
for my boy.
Jordan, thank you so much for the dono, dude. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So we could come through and kind of bring these sections down, and that would probably help our snow layers, because we added the snow layers on top of these. What we could try instead... Oh, I've got an idea. We're going to try something here. Okay. We're going to go in here. And we are going to, under the mask thing, we're going to go with an and we're going to go with snow block and can see sky. What can see sky means, for those who don't know, is that
fWhip,
it has to be directly
I finally got married.
that way to see sky. So can see sky would not count for, say, like, that block cannot see the sky. Even though technically it can see it that way, it can't see the sky up. But much more important, Robin, congratulations! I hope you had an absolutely wonderful day. I'm so happy for you and your partner. Congratulations. Hope the wedding was an absolute blast. Lovely to have you here with us. Welcome. Okay. Now, back to regular scheduled programming. We're now going to go here with snow layer, and we are going to mask over all of this. It's going to look real goofy for a minute. Because now we're seeing all this purple. But then we're going to go here, and we're going to go block, purple concrete, and then we're going to get rid of that, and we're going to say, and the block above it is going to be a snow layer, and we're going to mask this with snow, get rid of mask surface, and then we can paint, and this should clean all those lines up. Okay, there's a few that we're gonna have to go manually fix, it looks like. Maybe that was not the smart move. I goofed something. Oh, that did like 2. Why did that? Oh, maybe I was wrong on that. Maybe I was wrong on that mask. Okay, we're gonna Control Z our way. I was wrong on that mask. Interesting. No, that worked. Oh, is it because I was... I think I see what it is. Okay, let's go back here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a selection, and we're gonna go back to what we had before.
I'm generous today. I just found out I'm gonna be a dad. Red heart emoji.
Dude, there's so much cool news coming in here today. Oh, wow. What? Congratulations, dude. Oh, that's so absolutely awesome. Congratulations on that. Oh, wish you the best of luck. And Tanisha, thank you so very much for the raid. How we doing, friends? Welcome on in. Lovely to have y'all. Hi. We're doing a little bit of creative planning today because it sounded fun. All right, so we're back to the point where we just have snow blocks. We don't have any snow layers. What we need to do here is we're gonna put in a temporary block. So we're gonna say block is snow block and can see air, and we're gonna turn this into a No. What's a decent slab that I never use anywhere? What's a slab I hate? Yeah, I probably just don't have resin brick slabs anywhere. Okay, so now we're gonna do this, and now we're gonna mask the surface, and this is gonna look terribly disgusting. Welcome on in, Raiders. How we doing? Hello, 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 hello. Okay. Now, we're making progress. Okay, so block above equal resin slab and block equal purple concrete. And we want to change this to snow. So this is going to get rid of all those gross bits underneath. But I'm masking surface, so it won't work. Right. Blood mountain. No, this is like amber mountain. Okay. That should do the trick. We're still gonna have a few weird rocky spots that we're gonna have to figure out how, but I think I've got an idea. I think I've got an idea. Okay, and now we're gonna go with block is resin brick slab. Get rid of this, and we can just throw that guy back in there. And then this is gonna now go to snow layer. No more blood mountain. Blood mountain was so yesterday. The reason being is that Axiom treats snow layers as a block that can see air through it because technically it is a transparent block. So the issue we were running into...
Keep it real.
I also had the courage to ask a girl out today, after 7 months not pursuing anyone, and she said yes to go out, having
Dude,
dinner
y'all
with
got
her
so
Saturday.
much fun news today. There's so much fun news going on out here today. What the heck? ZX, congratulations. That's super huge. Congrats, dude. No, that goes here. I'm afraid we're gonna have to, it might be easiest just to go through and do this. I don't know. We'll try this for a second for this small area here, because we got a little bit of mishap going on. Thank you so much for the dono, and thank you so much everybody for sharing all the cool stuff. That's awesome. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna see if this will help at all. Let's go in here. What can I do? What can I do? We can do we need to bring our and back, and the above block is gonna be snow block. And then it's gonna be can see sky. And we're gonna mask this to snow. Above block snow. Okay. But if I change that to surface. Ah, now we're doing it. That's gonna help a lot. And we could potentially, it might look kind of dumb, but the other purple that we're seeing right now, I think I'm just extending this down. No, it's just highlighting the same and painting them. Okay, above block snow and not snow. Making sure I'm getting everything. Cool. I think we've got everything by now. You can build some hot springs on your mountain. That'd be very cool. I want to, not a hot spring per se, potentially could be, but I want to turn this. I love the idea of this like divot in here, but I want to like raise it up and skinny it a bit and turn it into a frozen lake. I thought would be a cool vibe. Just like again, kind of like this is either a caldera or like some meteor crater of sorts that's just now is a lake. Thought we could do like a similar vibe up there where like there's just like this hollowed section that's full of water. Right. Now for the rest of this purple concrete that is showing. What if let's say it's an ore. Well, we need it. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Don't need that. Don't need that. So we need an and. One is going to be block as purple concrete. I haven't done this before, so we're going to try and figure this out next to it. Checks if any block touching the target position matches. Checks if any block horizontally touching the target position matches. So we're going to go and then we're going to do a if in the neighbor is snow. We're going to paint it.
What about an Asian oasis in between the mountains?
I feel like I'm very much a person who likes to do these things regionally. So I'm a little hesitant on throwing in Asian architecture into the mix here because we don't really have it represented anywhere. So I would love to eventually develop like a part of this world farther away that can be where we do a lot of Asian themed builds. But I really don't like throwing different build themes right next to each other, as I find it kind of breaks the immersion of the world I'm trying to create, which is not super fun. That all needs to be snow. That kind of works with a little diorite at the corners there. I'm trying to think what we could do for the rest of these. Honestly, might just paint them all stone. Let's just say purple and can see sky and just go with stone and see how terrible it looks. Just kidding, that doesn't work. So we've got a few things that need to be painted over still, it looks like, that we missed. But I'm pretty sure that'll get all of the exposed purple. We've got some spots like in here. It looks good, but what was thought on terracotta? Just some discoloration throughout. Just, this isn't ever meant to be something that you're going to see from close up. So the terracotta is just going to be there as one that you'll see from far away, you know? Was the main thought. And I think we're going to be able to achieve that. Oh, here's some stuff that we... Looks like there's a little that we still... Oh, we just missed them. Okay. This is a copy of the hardcore world, Jenny. Excuse me. Felt a sneeze coming on. Woo! Make sure y'all click the like button if you haven't already. I do appreciate it. We got almost 700 people in here. We're at 400 likes currently, so I really appreciate all the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh. I did come through manually and add in a few sections where I wanted the snow to kind of run farther down. So I've added a few of those in, but I think this works. I don't think those little bits of stone messed up anything.
Keep it real.
You thought of aiding a mushroom ranch at the uni.
Oh, you know, I haven't. Zero, thank you so much for the dono. I appreciate it. I didn't really think about a mushroom ranch. No. Maybe that'll be something that we can pursue later. I feel like my idea list for the university already is quite grand right now, so I'm a little worried about being able to get everything done as is, but mushroom ranch, definitely they are plant focused. Well, as long as we follow through on actually putting, I'm just gonna do all this concrete and everything. Apparently I missed some concrete when I was masking originally, so good thing we caught it. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, maybe we can add that in later if we get around to it, but I'm not gonna worry about it a whole lot right now. But maybe in the future. Oh, I could have done like a mask with like adjacent being basalt or deep slate and then done purple concrete and masked those darker sections. That's okay. We do have a mushroom greenhouse. Yeah, maybe we can put some of them in the lower area. If it doesn't snow in the world, where's he getting the snow in the survival? Snow golems. Whenever a snow golem moves, they put a snow layer on the ground. And you can mine that up and get snowballs and or snow layers. Okay, so now let's try that snow thing again. So we're going to go with block being snow layer. We're going to create like a huge selection box and just kind of see what happens. Go. Bring that like crazy far up here.
Keep it real.
Some of the little streams could smell under the snow.
Oh, oh, maybe a selection box is too big. I think I broke my game. But it's fine. Some of the little streams could start on melt off, run off under the snow. That's true. Yeah, it could. But Dave, thank you so much for the donut. I appreciate it. Sorry if there was a weird little bit of lag there, friends. Somehow we have snow there and there.
Did I just see notes behind the new mountains?
Yeah, we did those at the end of stream yesterday. They're a little goat herder, a little goat ranch right in there or something. And then I can't remember what else I put. What's that one? Meadow flowers. Return meadow flowers. And goat shepherd. Okay, so we've got all of our snow layers selected, and now we can go into smooth snow. That did help a good amount. Yeah, especially along there. Okay, I think that was the move. Yeah, look at that too. Ooh, that looks cool. I haven't like fixed up this section at all yet. We're gonna have to figure out what we're doing in there. Why is chat the bottom left and not up? Because people like to be able to see the commands and things I'm doing up here, and chat blocks it when I'm doing creative stuff, so I like to move it down. I didn't put any snow layers on here, so we can... And if we do at least 2 snow layers, I know the rocks aren't going to be spawn proof, but 2 snow layers does spawn proof. Cornflowers are your favorite? Cornflowers are pretty cool. Yeah, that looks good. We'll definitely need to figure out, because like all of this snow melt, logically speaking, would just go right into the city. So we might need to redesign this little corner here. Actually. And give ourselves a little bit of a little way for like water to run, and then maybe we'll just put like a grate here to say it's disappearing into a sewer or something like that. But it's a little rough. Do you ever think you'll do a huge flower field up to the point where the color of the field noticeably changes from afar? Oh, like where the fog takes into effect of the flowers? Maybe at one point. Never say never.
Keep it real.
Woke task, mud converting or fixing tools?
What's woke mean? Worst of all time? Mud converting. Actually, it's not bad once you have a farm for wheat. Once you have a wheat farm, converting mud to packed mud isn't bad. But I also never convert dirt to mud. That just is so slow. That's worse than fixing tools. I would definitely say that's worse than fixing tools. Hey, Stam, how we doing? But breach textured allium are my favorite. They're so good. Oh yeah, dude, the allium retextures. If y'all are new around here and haven't seen my allium retextures, I retextured alliums to look like more of a heather plant, because I just didn't really like the lollipop. And these are definitely my favorite flower that I have. I've redone a lot of the flower textures. Like cornflowers, we've got some where they grow with multiple heads, like this is the default, and then there's ones where there's multiple flowers in it. Even oxeye daisies, I'm not a huge fan of this one. This one I like. That's the default. There's another like really baby one. Yeah, that guy. I like that guy a lot. But yeah, and then this little thing right here is gonna eventually, I want to get a pathway around here. I'm just not too sure what I want to do with this section quite yet. So we're gonna play that by ear when we get in there. But click the like button if you have not already on the YouTube stream, my friends. I very much do appreciate it. Thank you. Lavender. Is it? I don't think it's I think it's more of a heather plant than a lavender plant. Yeah. This was the kind of vibe I was going for. Like this. And then you can make things like that in it. Like that was the vibe I was going for when I was designing the texture. But what's a lavender? Yeah, lavender I find has a lot more green at the base of it. Where the heather, like this is lavender. Like it's got a lot more green at the base of it, you know? Like there's a lot more of like the stalk is much bigger, where the heather is very much just like it goes from the flowers from the bottom of the top. That was the vibe I was going for, at least. Missing some trees around the mountain, no. The problem is if we put trees on the mountain anywhere, I can show you. Let's grab a small tree. And let's go with like one of my like semi-small. Let's go with this guy. Problem with trees on Minecraft mountains, at least at the scale that we built this mountain, is if we put trees on him, he makes the mountain look small already. Like it ruins the sense of scale that we've created with the mountain. So if you want to do trees at this layer to make it still feel far away, you'd have to only, like, even that is like kind of big for a tree up there. Which is taller, the mountain than the tree? The tree is still taller. The tree, I purposely made sure the tree stayed taller than this guy. There's a tree exclusion height. Don't remember the official name for it. I have like nothing. Oh, like where trees can't grow above a certain level. That is definitely true, but there's also certain areas like in the PNW where I live where there are entire mountains like all the way up and over that are completely covered in evergreen forests, which are beautiful. And I've always wanted to try and make that in Minecraft, but it's a little bit harder said than done. Or a little easier said than done. Tried refreshing, it didn't go away. Yeah, I got a bit of lag earlier.
For the university, apothecaries, perfumers, soap makers, alchemists, florists, etc.
That could be cool. Those could be good expansion courses we could add in. I want to do apothecaries for sure. They were going to go down in like the cave system below. Perfumers, soap makers. I feel like perfumers and apothecaries could definitely be together. Soap makers. Soap typically, like, doesn't soap typically come from tallow, like soap originally, and isn't that pig? Like they could have one for like scenting things, but isn't, at least I remember from Anno 1800, like the way to make soap was you had to have a pig farm. But we have florists, we have floristry like right over in there.
What about mountainous rhododendrons or bushes?
Yeah, I've thought about doing bushes. I thought we could have bushes throughout. I kind of just added in all the grass for now just to get some fluff. But maybe. You're clear here, so only some people are seeing lag. That's okay. I can only do so much. That means it's not on my side. What a trolley system. Not medieval vibe probably, but you could have like some sort of wagon instead of trolley system that could fit. Yeah, I like how the snow came together on that. That looks much better. And it is really, I know I've already built them in survival, but y'all, now that we've fixed this one up, it is making me want to redo these. I feel like I've learned so much about how to landscape since I designed these. Since I was able to figure out how I designed these and do these. Especially this one. This one's pretty rough. But I guess that'll might just be the challenge of figure out how to merge this style into this as it's going. I don't know. Do it. Those weren't even that long ago. I know. I felt like that was my first attempt at building a mountain in Axiom, and now I'm like, ooh. Now I know what I'm doing. Like, part of me is tempted to like mess around with this one today. But let's try and get some of the snur up here.
Pleased to meet you.
I'm in your floors. Smile.
Thank you for the 11 months. Hopefully there's no water damage down there actually, though.
Jumping on the quick dono train.
Hey, Kiwi, thank you so much for the dono. Appreciate you. And random thunderstorms with 11 months. Thank you, thank you. I feel like a mine system coming in the mountain would be really cool, like the mines of Moria. We don't have that much space to build something that grand. By the end of this week's stream, he'll have 20 new mountains he wants to build, probably. I can close that because I have it under recently used right up there. Oh, I can do block that, or pull coarse dirt in. Oh. Coarse dirt. I want to bring the snow back in. Oh, but I did like, oh, we'll change all the mossy cobble in the upper areas down to being something. Probably change it to diorite or something like that. Maybe I do want dirt in here also. Yeah, I do. Like having all of this stuff up here, I feel like could be really cool. So we're kind of at a similar layer here. I think it's only gonna be the very, very tip of this one is gonna be snowy. I don't want to bring it down nearly as far as I did on the other mountain. So we'll just kind of do these top peaks. And this will save some of my dirt too. We love saving the dirt.
Keep it real.
All chill streams should be mountain related, lol.
True. Bring back Mountain Monday. Somebody's got to get on top of that one. Okay, something like that. We'll get like the little bitty of top bit of this guy. And maybe like that line right in there. Maybe this guy right in just to here. Just like a little. That's gross looking. How do I manage that? Hey, Andy, welcome on in. It's going well over here.
Keep it real.
Saw some people talk about the seed. It would be cool to show the before and after at some point. Smiley face emoji. Melting face emoji.
I could definitely, yeah, that could be a cool video. That could, maybe that, I feel like that could be a really cool short. I'll write that down for a short idea. That could be a really cool one. I feel like a lot of this is really busted up. What did I do? Maybe for 2 mil subs? Nah, we'll do that before. That's not... I feel like that's not a big enough thing for me to hold over another 250,000 subscribers at the, especially at the rate I'm gaining subs right now. You'll probably see for the next while me trying to push out some shorts some more because I really want to try and leverage shorts to gain a few subscribers because sub growth on YouTube recently has been very, very bad to put it bluntly. Very bad. I'm not worried or anything like that. Like I'm not like in like a freak out mode or anything. Like my view numbers are still there, but I think there's been a shift in people on YouTube who subscribe to channels versus just watch off of home feeds and like your homepage feeds. And I'm getting used to that because before I was able to really judge things based off of how many subs I was gaining, and now it's I'm not gaining many subs at all. Saw a short today. Yeah, I posted a short yesterday. Like this whole past month, I've gained 800 subscribers in the last 30 days. Which 800 for a channel my size is really, really not a lot. Like I think I mentioned on stream last week, I had my first ever day on my channel, the entire history of my channel, where I actively lost subscribers that wasn't like a YouTube clearing out bot accounts day. I was like, wait a minute, this is weird. I don't know how to deal with that. I haven't had that before. A little too spiky. Last Papyrus video blew up. Not exactly. That was because that was with the ad integration, and the people I was working with for the ad integration, they ended up pushing it out as an advertisement. So all of those views that came off of it was it just being seen as an advertisement on other videos.
Keep it real.
Work with that algorithm.
Yo, I'm trying. I've got some ideas. The algorithm's weird right now. Like I felt like every single thing that I've thought I've been able to be like, yep, this will hit, this will do it, and then I've been like, oh, never mind, it did not do it. But I think it's part of it is that my channel is very much marketed as like the long-term let's play, which like when people are it's so weird because right now on YouTube, if you post a video titling starting my Minecraft Forever world, it goes bonkers. Like just views through the roof. But if you post a video about you playing in your Forever world, no traction. It's so weird. It's been weird. Yeah, it's it's so like Whip's getting old. Nah, dude. I'm a spry young whippersnapper still. Don't you worry. I got another few years in me at least. But yeah, YouTube, as always, the same with like the 100 days trends and everything like that. YouTube wanted to see 100 days.
Consistency is death. Change is great.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. I also really like doing weekly videos. So like the other big thing right now is that you do these like month-long projects. You just go crazy and just like tell an entire movie story of how you did the thing, and then you release it, and then everybody gets their popcorn and watches. But I'm like, I like doing a weekly video. I don't want y'all to be stuck waiting for 3 weeks being like, when's fWhip gonna finish his next mega project so we can have a video? Like Do you think you'll hit 20K watching on YouTube today? I don't know. Y'all gotta click the like button. We're almost at 1,000, but we're only at 600 likes right now, so click the like button if you haven't. I've never understood how it works. Do you? The algorithm? In the past, I've been very on point with the algorithm and like what it's been expecting. I mean, look at the start of this hardcore world. I was going almost 1 million views in every single video I posted. And then if you look at the #1 video on my channel is the 1000 Days Hardcore Movie. That thing has over 20 million views on it, and it's a 4.5 hour video, something like that. So I've definitely had times where I've understood the algorithm. Like there's been a lot of times where I've been like, okay, I know what I'm doing. This is the way to get the result I want. Blah 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 blah. I just got to do this, and this, and then we'll get there. And it's just hard to maintain that consistency, especially when it moves towards something like I think I understand what the algorithm is looking for. And the hard part is I don't want to do that. That's the hard part. It's not that I don't understand the algorithm, like for the YouTube algorithm. It's that I want to be able to utilize it in a way that I'm still true to the content that I want to make. That's the big issue that I run into, is I know technically for the algorithm, like for all that, I should be like what I was talking about. I should be like doing a video right now where I'm quote starting my Minecraft Forever world and just sending it on that and doing like 5 or 6 episodes on it and then stopping. And then saying that, oh no, I guess I'll start a new Forever world. Or I should be doing like a month-long video project, making some absurd multi-million block mega base. And then put that all into one video. Or like, one way to do it would be a video where I build all of these mountain ranges in one single video. Like that is technically something that the algorithm looks for ish right now. And I don't want to do that. That sounds awful. Like, I'd rather do like these. Like, I'll do one of these in a video, but doing all of them in a single video. But yeah. Excuse me. Who knows? So I feel like the way I'm trying to gain it right now is doing a little bit more based around try and utilize shorts and like get more eyeballs on what I do through that type of stuff. I feel like that's where I want to have some fun right now. Let's drag that into there, and we're gonna go with diorite, and we're also gonna end that painter, and we're just gonna go along these edge points up here. That'll kind of help to blend it where we were using the mossy cobblestone beforehand. I'll get that weird little bit of green out of there too. I have a shorts idea for you. You could explain what the next Minecraft update or drop will be. I do that whenever... I've done that in the past, like when updates have come out, but I don't like doing that for snapshots and things. Mostly because I find for me to enjoy Minecraft, I don't like to look at snapshots. I find the more that I actually play in snapshots, I'll read the change logs. Like, I love going over that and being like, oh my god, this is coming, that's great. But if I actually log into the snapshots, I find that I get less excited about playing in my actual world because I get so like, oh my god, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want that thing's coming, I want it now, I want it now, I want it now, instead of just enjoying playing with what I have in the moment. So I find that if I look into snapshots a ton, I get less satisfied with what I'm able to do in my Minecraft world. And I think that's true for a lot of players, but I think people would, instead of thinking about that, they prefer to just... Oh, I should have saved those things. Oh, I did save that one. Hee hee. What the heck is that? But yeah, like when there's Minecraft lives and things, I like to try and do shorts around then, or content around then, of being like, here's what's coming, yay, super exciting. So there's just holes in my land. I did not run over this with a smooth brush, huh? Just gonna do a quick once over on the top area. Today is my birthday. I was hoping I'd be able to catch you today. Caden, happy birthday, dude. Thanks for spending part of your birthday with us today. Hope you're able to do something fun. Is Axiom a mod or an app? It's a mod. If you'd like to look into more of it, Google Minecraft Axiom, and you can find all about it. It's a pretty cool mod. Highly recommend. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Purple. Well, magenta. We didn't used to use purple. We've upgraded to purple. Oh my god, on the short yesterday, I felt like I accidentally confused somebody. I was really hoping they meant it jokingly. But somebody commented being like, Does this only work with purple wool, or does it work if you also use blue wool?
Is there a music genre that you absolutely adore?
And me being me, as in the little ZX, thank you for donut. I'll get to you in a sec. But me being me as the little internet troll that I love to be, said, no, you have blue doesn't work, but you can if you don't have access to purple, you can use yellow. And the person, I'm so afraid that they were actually like genuinely curious, like just didn't understand why I was using purple, and like just to be a filler block. And afterwards, I was like, maybe I shouldn't have said that. You know, this morning I was listening to some Nirvana, Avenged Sevenfold, and little Korn was in there, and who else was in that? But I was vibing, dude. I was having a great time. I was having an absolutely awesome time. Oh, DOD was in there. I feel like my music genre either goes from electronic, like not dubstep, but kind of like trance, chill step, house, especially electronic remixes of like old school rock songs and stuff like that. Like I'm very in for it. Just little corn. Yeah, just not big corn, just little corn. Or it goes from there, or just like to straight up like 2000s, like 90s, 2000s rock. I was definitely a metalhead growing up, and like through pretty much sophomore year of high school. I was very into like rock and metal, and oh, don't want that. And so that, like, still for me, sometimes I'm like, this just hits, dude. This is, I couldn't ask for anything better right now. Seether always was kind of mid for me. I appreciate them, but I've never like loved them. I don't know why. Nirvana's Seattle classic, yeah. Yep. They have a great, absolutely, I don't know if it's still there, but at the Mopop, Museum of Pop Culture in Seattle, there was a few months ago, last time I went, awesome exhibit on Nirvana and one on Jimi Hendrix. They're both super, super cool. I don't know if they're still there or not, but if you live in the area and you're interested in music, oh, dude, Museum of Pop Culture is such a fun time. Okay, I feel like this is getting a little bit better, because then I noticed this. What's Korn? Korn is the band. You know the Happy Fits? I do not. We did go to see the Hozier concert, as I'm repping the new merch today. Last Thursday when he was in Seattle, and that was next level. That dude's vocals are just absurd. He's so talented. Tree back there is amazing. It's looking pretty good. It's looking tree-like. Okay, I think I've smoothed enough. I just want to put a little snare. It's like a little, it gives the idea of being a little snary peak, you know? A little something like that. Oh. Yeah, I think literally just that. Okay, and then I need that, and then I need to do block. Oh, I need an and block below schnur and block equal air. Now we're gonna paint in our snow layers. Cool. We're gonna go here, there. Just do a little dab. I really wish that Minecraft had more variety in like mountains. I've come to realize that over the last little while. Like the Caves and Cliffs update, cool, because like this, obviously I have this, but in reality, all of the mountains in Minecraft are still just made out of
Give
stone.
me some breakbeat, house or hard groove any day.
I don't know what house or breakbeat or hard groove are, but I probably know what you're talking
Hi,
about.
fWhip. I wanted to say that I love your buildings and that if you have any tip or trick for building.
Just someone, thanks so much for the dono, dude. ZX, thanks for the dono as well. What currency is COP? Build tip. I would need to know it. Just someone I need to know what you're asking for. More specifics on build tips. Like, are you working on trees? Are you working on like what are you working on right now? Then I can try and help you out. But it's kind of hard to give a build tip when I don't know what you're working on. So if you have any questions, feel free to throw it in chat, and I can try and get you there. Okay, let's block that guy down. I am all the way in it. Aha! Oh. Aha! Okay, Operation Smooshner. Caves and Glyphs Part 4 then? Yeah, let's do it. Let's send it. I think that's what Minecraft needs, is Caves and Cliffs Part 4. No, like I was, I know Germsy Boy. I always remember he, way back in the day, had built these like really big diorite cliffs. And just like seeing that is really cool. I've experimented with doing some that are like really just built out of basalt, which is also super cool. And I feel like Minecraft just needs more of that type of stuff in the game, you know? Like there just needs to be some more cliffs and structures around the world. Like, why does Deep Slate have to only generate down under Y level 0? Like, why can't there be like a Deep Slate mountain or something like that, you know? I feel like that type of a vibe in Minecraft, I think could go so far, dude. But it needed to be done in a way where it's like doesn't just look awkward and splatted in next to each other, which I think is the big thing that Mojang is probably worried about, is that the idea of just sending all these new types of rocks would then just make them weird. But if you had like in a next to mesa biomes, you could have like granite cliffs
Pleased to meet
occasionally.
Hi.
Like that could look
Hope the
sick.
creative building is going well.
Savic Gassy, thank you so much for the 5 months. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Creative building good so far. That's looking pretty good. Yeah, I think those guys just needed a little snow on them. They just needed a little snow cap.
Pleased to meet you.
Hey
Sushi,
fWhip,
I want
I've been
sushi.
following you since the early building with fWhip days.
Benna, thank you.
Inspired me in a lot of ways seen then. Now I'm starting blocks my 4th year in architecture and I can now afford to support you, so it's my pleasure to do so. Thanks
Benna,
for all
thank you
those.
so much. All those years. Dude, you got caught off on the last word. I'm so sorry. So, you got one word short. Come on, text to speech bot. But thank you so very much. And that's absolutely awesome. Good luck in architecture school. Oh, I always wanted to do architecture school. I feel like that was something that I was like, I don't know if I have the skills to do it, but I would love to do it. But then I never really tried learning the skills to do it. And now I'm kind of like, I wish I'd learned the skills to do it. Like, even before I started getting into Minecraft and all of that, like, I remember so much of me, like, wanting to, I think I've talked about it before, but one of my grade school friends, their dad was an architect. And I forever was just like, he came in for like a career day once and was talking about what he does. And I was like, you design buildings? I want to do that. Minecraft didn't even exist yet, but apparently I was obsessed with buildings even back then. Been here for 1 year. Thanks, dude. I appreciate how much time y'all have spent either watching my videos, hanging the streams, or whatever. Even if you're here even if you just found the channel today, I really appreciate y'all taking the time to check out the channel or sticking around for a long time. Let's get rid of that.
Missed 2 years, but new tree whoop whoop. Like
Whoop
the
whoop.
stream flippers snappers. Also, my little brothers Oliver and Louie say hi, fWhip.
Jenna, thank you for the 25 months. And Oliver and Louie, hi, how we doing? Hi. Okay, we're gonna go. Oh, that places it. Ooh, that does place it above the rock. Grassiness, we're gonna reduce grassiness down. We don't want super grassiness. And so we want to go with ore. The block below it is gonna be grass. Or block below it is going to be coarse dirt. Oh, it well, actually we need an and. And block equal air. And then it's going to be either of those. Okay. And then that should work now. Yeah. Crank that thing up. Yeah. Let's just add 3,000 grass. Let's add another 3,000 grass. Yeah. 5,000 grass. Let's go bigger. More grass, more grass, more grass.
Keep it real.
Anyone finding this channel is considered lucky. Heart suit emoji.
Thank you. 10,000 grass blocks. Probably more. ZX, I appreciate all the support, dude. Thank you.
Pleased to meet you.
See, that just looks so much better, which is a
I
little
have
bit
a
of
new
grass in there.
tree now and you're doing great work. Love the mountain.
Caitlin,
Red
thank you so
heart
much for
emoji.
the 1 year. Woo, look at that. Big old tree. Fully grown. Can't be stopped. Can't be stopped. Gonna add the grass. See, what I also want to do is if I go to really low and we get rid of the tall grass and we change this to dry grass. Actually, no, that doesn't work. Let's go really heavy. Reduce our rate down. Nope, too heavy. Too much. Still too much. See, I don't want noise. I want blob. Hold, please. Allow tall grass. I got it. Noise painter. Dry grass. Short dry grass. Only the short. We're not going to do the big one. We're going to stretch it out that way. We're going to stretch it out. Actually, we're going to go. Yeah, we're going to do like that. Do like that. We're going to lower the percent down a decent amount so we get just like a little packet. Little pockets that appear.
Keep it real.
Hey fWhip, been loving the hardcore series for a long time now, was wondering any thoughts of implementing a sewer with lots of plants in path?
A sewer, not so much, but I do want to build a big cave system that should give us some really cool plant life in like underneath there to do like all the nether plants and everything, and big mushroom caves and all those. A sewer, I feel like I didn't really build it with that in
I am
mind.
the one about the building question, and I think that builds in general.
But yeah, I didn't really build the city with a sewer system in mind, so it's gonna be kind of hard to implement a sewer system throughout it, because we aren't really that far above water level, and I don't want to build a sewer system below water level is my big issue. So we're kind of running out of space there. But Zox, thank you so much for the donut. I appreciate it. The cave system, hopefully we'll be able to get some of those vibes in there. Just someone, thanks for the dono again. Builds in general, I would say if you're just looking for build tips in general, if you're trying to plan I would say if you're new to building, always try and plan your builds out in creative first to see what your brain's gonna think for what you're developing. And then if you can get the builds done in creative in a way that you like them, then you can bring them into survival. And the best way to start with building is the same way that I build in this game, like when I'm doing streams, is you literally just pick a concrete block. Like pick a piece of concrete and build and do the entire shape out of that. And if you like the shape, if the shape of what you're making looks good with just one block, and you can tell what you're trying to make off of it being just one block. Like these look like houses, even though it's orange, red, and yellow concrete. But they still look like houses. You can see the idea of what I'm going for here. And you can tell that the lime one over there, you can tell that's a tower. And you can tell it kind of, the tower top starts about there. Just block it out in that way. And then go back in and add the details, add the texturing and all that, and then work on designing it. If you're new to building, the most important thing is to treat it like an art style. And the best way you get better at doing things like drawing is you focus on just the shape. Like you focus on the shape and then you worry about the color and all those
abandoned
things.
hermitage, a cold tarn, a dark mysterious cave mouth. Good mountain accessories for explorer vibes.
I was thinking like up in this area we could have like some ancient ruins or something. I was kind of leaning towards that here. I'll put a note for that. I'll put a note. Ancient ruins. Tower? Crumbled? Ancient ruins, tower, crumbled, question mark. Dave, thank you for the dono, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dude, dry grass kind of goes hard in the cold biome. The little patches, that adds a good amount of noise without being like over the top flower. That we're gonna seal in, but I don't know what I want to do with it yet, so we'll see. What are you building today? We're kind of just messing around. We've been putting the snow on the top of these guys. We fixed the snow on the original mountain we made on Monday stream. Copper pipes inside the roof of a cave can look like sewage system, maybe. Yeah, the aged copper pipes could be sick. We could definitely look into something like that.
Keep it real.
Heading to Chipotle. Y'all want anything?
Yeah, I'll take a burrito bowl, thanks. No cheese, no beans. It hurt my tummy. Oh, why is this not working? You know what? I think I'm gonna delete these trees. I normally don't get rid of things that I built in the past, but these trees have always been not fun. I've actually never really liked them. Even since when I built them, I've been like, yeah. Nope, nope, not that. Not the
Pleased
dirt.
to meet you.
Hi fWhip and chat. Happy Wednesday. Don't forget to like the stream.
Riders Unite, thank you so much for the 7 months. How are we doing today? Welcome on in. Those trees can stay. It's just these spruce guys. They're my old spruce tree build style, and I've never really liked it, but I just never knew how to do it a better way. And now I finally took the time to understand how I like to make spruce trees. Okay, so we got to be super careful. I don't know what we're doing today, but we're gonna try and do something.
Keep it real.
Got a favorite go-to snack when traveling?
Like in the car traveling, dude, beef jerky goes hard. That's the only time I really eat beef jerky, but if we're ever driving somewhere, beef jerky is pretty good. Oh, I'm deleting. Does it delete Pilm? Why is it? Oh, that's Acacia. Hey. Whatever. If it's there already in the world, then it can stay. Yeah, I would say beef jerky is a big one for me. Otherwise, I feel like I just go for protein bars. I feel like that's my usual go-to. Remember watching those trees get built on stream? And now they're gone. Okay, so something I really do want to keep is the vibe of this. I feel like this is so cool to be able to utilize. Just this random inlet here. There's a really cool way we can use that for something. I just don't know what it is yet, but I don't want to... Oh, oopsies. Not that tree. I just don't know what I want to do with it.
I lurk most of the time here, but I wanted to say I love your build style and streams.
Gobble it. Thank you so much for the biddies, dude. I appreciate that. Thanks for hanging. Good to have you. Okay, this section here we might just leave as is in the middle. I would love... I know. Yes, I know. I know. Just bear with me. But I would love to redo this too. We're just gonna get rid of all of the trees so we have more space to work with.
Keep it real.
Hand me peanut butter cups, they be gone so fast.
Okay, well if you're talking candy too, yeah, I got plenty of the nerds gummy clusters. Addicted, dude. Those things are so good. It's they're so good. I will eat all of them. Make a mountain lake that grove and uses the inlet for a massive waterfall. That could be a way we could utilize it, because I was talking about earlier shrinking this down and doing a frozen lake, so we could do like a terraced waterfall that spits out here. Little mini river fjord. Could be a place where ships can dock safely on the night before entering the city, or Black Market Bay that's not regulated. I feel like anything that comes like up to the river, like anything that's like coming in the river here is, in my opinion, regulated. I feel like we need... I know we have the little village here. I feel like we also need a little river hamlet here. Like, I feel like this section just needs a like a little tiny community. River hamlet, 3 to 5 buildings. Let's just say that. I feel like we just need something here. Especially if we're going to do the big monastery up here. It makes sense that there's some other life around it. And then that'll also give this lone house that I plan to put over there, because we did have that one that we cut and it's put on this side. I did want to keep him over there, so we'll have to put that back in. We got a lot of digging ahead of us, don't we? Feel like it's too far into the river to be unregulated. Yeah, that's like right outside. Like, because I am planning to bring the city around to here. So let's go with our painting tool. We're gonna get our purple. Get our purple. Not mask surface. Just nice 400,000 blocks changed with a click. I'll go and manually fix that stuff that I just cut under water. Okay. I think today we might just like try and get these shaped out. Not textured or anything, but see what we can do. Nice, Pyros, we've already got a style.
Will you ever return to our 4-year-old survival world?
Andreas, thank you so much for the dono. I don't think I will. If I go back to regular survival and not playing hardcore, I'm most likely going to just start a new survival world. I feel like with the building, you're talking about the building with fWhip world, I'm assuming. I feel like with that, I was able to achieve what I wanted to achieve in that time of my life. And I absolutely love what I was able to do in that world. But I also feel like I outgrew it. And not in a way that is like bad or whatever or anything like that, but more in a way of just feeling like it's been so long since I played in it that the idea of going back to it sounds like I would be at a point of being like, what the heck was I doing here? Like, I feel like for me, I would have a really, really hard time trying to get back into that world.
I'm sure you hear this all the time, but you are a real inspiration.
Haley, thank you so much for the bits, and thank you. I appreciate it. You can say it again. I'll keep listening. No, I'm kidding. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much. It's always cool that like when people tell me that, because I'm like, I'm just having fun. Like, I'm just having a good time building and making my stuff and doing what I want to do. And it's very cool that so many people get so much out of me being able to just follow what's in my brain. Oh my god, that was 2.2 million blocks. Oh, this is gonna be a big one. Hey, cryptozoology, how we doing? Welcome on in. Oh, we're at 2,000 viewers now, but we're at 837 likes. You know what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm gonna say. You know, I don't even gonna say it. You know what I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna go there. I ain't even gonna say it today. You know what you know what I was gonna say. Much burr incoming for that project. Yeah, we're gonna
Keep it real.
We're gonna do
You
them
are
one
the
at a time.
biggest inspiration.
I will do them.
Had to
I'm
say
not gonna
it.
just play them in creative and not do them. I promise. No, this has been. Oopsies. This is one of those projects I feel like I've been thinking about since I started this world. I just didn't really know how I was gonna do it. You know what? I still don't really know how I'm gonna do it, but we're gonna take a stab at it. We're gonna do our best. I'm just gonna get rid of those trees. At least the leaves on them. I don't want to keep dancing around them. Do we got Wombat and Crypto here? What's going on? ZX, thanks for the dono again. Appreciate you. Okay, so now I just want to tweak things just a little bit. Just like bring it down just a little tiny baby touch. Just like itsy bitsy amounts, you know? We'll probably by hand do these sections down here where it's going to merge into the rock. We'll just do like a sweep over it and see what we can clean up. But let's get rid of these water sources in here. Are you going to be gone from this Minecraft world? What do you mean? Like be done with this one? I don't plan to quit this one until I die in it, in the hardcore side. Look at all that purple wool. That's concrete, burb. No, I'm just kidding. How you doing? Any plans for introducing villagers to path? Most likely no. On the grounds that if I introduce villagers into path, what we're going to run into is we are going to have an issue with our pillagers, or not pillagers, villagers. If we introduce villagers into path, we're going to start having issues with lag on top of what I already have issues with lag of in the area. Like, don't get me wrong, the idea of villagers running around sounds cool, but I would rather prioritize in there being able to build structures and places that y'all have designed. Like the supporter community has designed so many awesome interiors for it, and it's really, really fun. And I really, really want to be able to build those out in there. And it's kind of one of those points where we could either build that sort of stuff and decorate the interiors of all the houses, or we can build places for villagers to live. You know, it's kind of gets a little... Villagers just cause so much lag that they kind of just make it not great to work with them. Alright, so we're going to go with our flattened down brush for now and try and just take a little off the top. Mostly so I can have a clean slate where I want to work from again. And also this side especially we're doing that because I want this to be pushed back a ton. The goal is that instead of a peak being here and a peak being there, we're going to have like one here and one here. So we're just going to push both of the peaks together by like 100 blocks in. So this side, I'm very much stepping it back so that we can create more space for the city. That'll probably still stay up to there along this ridge line. Oh, Y limit. I don't want that. I want radius to go down. Like this guy definitely needs to stay in line with that so we can keep that tower kind of at the edge of where the curve starts to come back up. So gonna be anything in that valley? like this one right up here. I plan to put that's a little cursed looking. Oh no.
Hey, for real.
I plan to put a frozen lake in the
Wednesday,
middle, just
more
shrinking it.
terraforming till the max.
Yes, yeah, always more terraforming. It is what I do. I do love to move blocks over a little bit. If I could just move all of the blocks in Minecraft like up and over by like 5 blocks, I'd probably do it. Like we'd bring that back in. This side here especially needs to come in a heck of a lot, and I'm hoping that opens to a massive cave system. It's kind of cool to see it all like melting. I know it'd be faster just to like select sections, but I kind of like doing it with this tool. It just is more visually satisfying. See it all melting. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, goat. Oh, sorry, bunny and cow. Oopsies. Oh, we can up our rate. It'll go faster. Yeah. How would you feel if you died in this Minecraft world? I don't know. Figure out when we get there. I try not think about that. I mean, I feel like anybody can answer that question. How would you feel if you've been working on a project for 4+ years and you suddenly lost it all? I feel like anybody can answer that question. Some colorful words would probably be said. Hey, Vale, Anna, how we doing? How's the potato? Oh, there's big cave on the inside. Oh, there's big water too. Sponge. Is there a tool in Axiom to get rid of water? I feel like there's gotta be.
What happens if / when you hit build limit? Will you move to a different city?
Build limit? What do you mean by hitting build limit? Oh, there's a frozen, flooded cave in here. Gross, dude. Haley, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. By build limit, you mean just like build height? There has to be a tool. I'm just being dumb, aren't I? How do you get rid of water? Alright, so we could just put a huge block in place of it. Let's just do that. Let's go shape tool. There's not really a build limit in Minecraft for how much you can build, but like once I finish the city, yeah, we're gonna be moving into something else for sure.
Hey, for real.
Losing a hardcore world requires therapy after LOL.
Dude, I already got him on the bill, don't worry. They're already on retainer. If you were to describe how complete path is in percentage, in the creative planning, I would say path is close. If we're talking specifically city buildings in path, in creative, I would say exteriors wise, we are probably in the 70% mark. Interiors, we're probably closer to 30 to 40%. Now in the actual survival world, comparatively, I'd say we're probably closer to like 60, because I've still got a few builds in here that I have not transferred over into the survival world yet. All right, I'm not done with this yet. I needed to do something other than flatten more things for now. Let me get rid of all this water. Okay, that's probably fine for now. Elevation, flatten down. Get rid of everything that I just placed in. Whee! Remember, we're going to bring this all back up a ton after, so I think this mountain is going to be taller than the tree. Need to bring this back some more to create a flatter space for actually having buildings in here. The bottom layer we can definitely work a little bit more forward on to create it kind of onto like a dock section, but over here actually not so much. We actually really need to bring this section here back. And I had talked a long time ago about doing some sort of like a fort out here, so we might do that again. We'll see. Might still do it, I guess. Not again. Destroying a new mountain? Yeah. Just doing my Wednesday thing, you know. Because I'm thinking like this street would continue up here, loop around, and then it would come back and connect into this one. It's kind of the idea. So we'll just have like one loop. We definitely need a lot more space back here. This is going to be the biggest pain in the butt for what we need to like terraform, because I want to be able to put good sized buildings over here. So that's gonna be rough.
Keep it real.
Under operations you will find a drain command. Just select the area you want drained.
You're the best. Thank you, Delara. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Appreciate that. Thank you for the tip. Okay, I think we can go back into shapes. We're gonna try and just fill in a ton of these big open points that I have. Supposed to go down, not turn, but whatever. Because then we can more easily use the... Why am I not doing max? Trying to prep it so that we can start using some of the height map elevation tool brushes that I have in order to build this whole thing back up. Over here, we'll come back in and tear this back a good chunk more there in a minute. Okay. That's completely hollow in there too. Guess it doesn't have to be flat across, so we could just have it be coming up there a touch. Whatever. That'll do. And here, rotation, reset, boop. And I feel like it's better if I just like fill in all the caves and everything. I know there's probably an easier way to do it. I just find this also creates purple concrete going down absolutely everywhere. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. K-pop Demon Hunters was, except for the movie title, pretty good. I feel like the movie title is spot on for what the movie is. They are K-pop stars and they're demon hunters. What more could you want out of a movie title? I feel like it had my attention from word 3 and 4. 1 and 2, not so much. Not so much on having my attention, but we got there. It was enough to get me through. And I love the movie. Are we going crazy now with the mountain planning? Yeah. Future Flip's gonna absolutely hate me. Are you seriously gonna place 2 million blocks again? Yeah. Who knows? This could be our January project.
Pleased to meet you.
You know
More
what I
mountains?
can do? Y equal above 62. That'll bring us down just to water level. Okay, cool. We'll just leave that on because then I'm not affecting anything below. Ollie, thank you so much for the 3 months. Yes, it is happening. More mountains will be mountained. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm totally sane. We're just gonna bring this back a few blocks so that we can create like a cool little edge. We gotta keep track of where I had the water flowing down. So we have one bit of water flowing down to here, so we gotta make sure that we bring in a little stream through there. We had another bit of water that was coming down here, falling off of a rock, that we're gonna have to make sure we have another stream coming in there. Yeah. Terraforming January. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, this looks pretty good. I think we just shade this and send this, huh? Yeah, that looks pretty good. All the LODs loading in. Just nothing. New LODs. Get rid of the old ones. It's trying. Like, this is a lot of new blocks in your world. What are we doing, bud? Okay. Let's start stacking things up. So we want to move one of the peaks that was here, needs to come back to this point. And we're gonna change this to extend to ground. I'm gonna enable there. And And then that'll just kind of bring it all the way in so that we don't have any weird air gaps underneath. We're gonna do probably a third-ish peak, like right here. That'll be like, this will probably be the tallest that we have over on this side. And we'll do another, trying to make that bowl shape again, just smaller. Actually, not so much there, because that could be where we have our waterfall channel coming through. I think that's a cool idea, like a frozen waterfall.
I'm loving the visual ASMR a ton. Keep it. Heart suit emoji.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Doing my best. We'll see how it comes together. This could all be scrapped. You never know. That's the best part about terraforming, is you don't know if it's going to look good until you're done. Not spooky at all. Okay. And this guy needs to come over here just a touch. Okay, I think we're good to move on to doing... I like that just for like the generalness vibey bits. And then as we start working in our elevation raise brush, we're going to go to this one for the spikiness. And then I need to find a height map real quick. Which I have saved. I'm gonna try and find the same one I used on Monday. Where did I put that guy? I feel like it was that one. I think it was this one. Our rate needs to be a lot higher. Then we can start just like molding these in. Oh, you know what I did last time though that I actually really liked and I thought helped a ton? Change this smooth, bring our sphere up a ton, bring our strength up a ton, change it to grow. And then it's gonna lag. It's gonna cause a little bit of lag, so maybe we'll go in a smaller brush and work our way around. But I found this actually helped a lot with, maybe I'm going to change it to stable. Yeah, this helped a lot with getting like a better, less blockiness going through when I was first getting started. I actually was really happy that I did it. Like last January project turned into half a year project. It did, true. Still actually going on it. Last January's project was digging the river. It's not even done. Yeah, I found just like doing something like this actually helped out so much with getting our like first initial terrain raises up to be like much less blocky. It's gonna be laggy for a sec though. Well, this is a lot of blocks are being processed every single time we move the mouse. I think this middle was actually fully basic. I didn't think I did that. How'd you make mountains without Axiom? Very, very slowly, but I did it. All of the mountains made in the building with fWhip world were done by hand. I don't think I even used world edit on him. I think that was just purely eyeball it and wing it. See what happens vibes.
Keep it real.
Do you like mountains? I like mountains. Do you guys like mountains? We like mountains.
I too am a mountain enjoyer. So I'm glad that we're all in a similar company of we all like mountains. Click the like button for mountains. W mountains. Alright, we're getting there on the smooth. There's a little hollow ground under there, so we just need to make this smooth under the grow only option. And it's gonna like slowly bring that up. Okay. Oh, I don't like that. I feel like this was an era of Minecraft when like you'd see things coming out of World Painter. If anybody remembers the World Painter era of where people would be like, oh my god, look at these mountains I made, and they would just look like this. Not knocking on it, but just a different time in Minecraft. Okay, we're gonna go there. Nope, not slope, shape. I'll fill that in. Bottom of the internet, welcome on in. Hey, Flip, what have you added? A large archway between the two protruding points on, I believe, the north side, and had a river flowing through it and off the cliff to a large inlet. Like a large archway here. We could do like some sort of ancient aqueduct system almost that was like built from the top of it. I wouldn't want to do like a natural archway, but we could look into doing some sort of like a old ancient gateway. That could be kind of cool ancient structure vibe. That's not a bad idea, Brando. Do you think all the mountains will take people's eyes away from Path itself? No. I think it's just going to enhance the whole vision. Path itself has a lot more color to it. These mountains are all going to kind of be in that same like grayish color palette with the snow caps and everything. And if they do take their eyes away, like my whole goal is that this entire place looks custom made. Like I don't really hate the idea of people being like looking at something. Like being focused on one point. Like that to me is actually, if there's too much to look at, I don't want it to be visually cluttered. Like we don't want visual clutter, but we do want, oh, you know, I need that and, oh, but before I do this, we're gonna go painter. We need an and y is greater than 62 for 1 in here. And then we're going to drag this over into it once we're done. Can get rid of that, can get rid of that, that. 1,000 likes, we can get it. We're 30 away. 30 likes away from big 1,000. Okay, so above that and this block, and now we can go into the elevation tool. Oh no, I need we're just gonna get rid of that. I'll just deal. Actually, no, I want that Y above. Sorry. I'll just be careful about what we're masking next to. Alright, so one of our big sections is gonna be kind of inching over to here. We'll start with just like a peak here. Work our way to start getting some bigger lines coming in to try and follow down to where some of the rocks are below. And then we'll start taking points away. I typically go through and just like add a bunch of raised points first. And once I can figure out where I want to like raise a lot of these things up, then we can figure out, then we take away a little bit. It's just like this is just a constant game of add, remove, add, remove, add, remove. Hope there's spoilers today. There's a few spoilers today. Don't pay attention to the purple though. That's not a spoiler at all. You can see how we can kind of start seeing that line coming in. A little line coming out to there. Get this line coming in over here a little bit better. Okay. Nope. Now comes the fun part, huh? We hit 1K. You said you had spoilers. I do actually have a spoiler for y'all. Oh, it took me up above. Okay, there. I'll just do that. I designed an interior. Look at this rug. Isn't that a nice rug? I like that rug. There's a little meeting room in here. And there's a little entry hall that gets you into the greenhouse. Wow. Okay, you've had your spoiler. Whee! Now I get back to mountain. Yep. Leaf litter for interior rugs is game changing. A lot of people are sleeping on that currently. Or actually they waited for beat-ups to find it. In the university, right? Yeah, that's in the lower section. I know we're not working on the university today, but you can always check out the Foliage University merch. It's pinned in the YouTube chat. I don't know if it's
this
not pinned in the
range reminds
oh, it is pinned in the
Austria Vacations.
It's pinned in both chats now. Haha. fWhip.store, Foliage University merch. Pick it up. It's gone forever in 2 weeks. 11 days, actually, not even 2 weeks. ZX, thanks for the dono, dude. Appreciate that. I'll do my best. Make cool mountain. Austria does have few cool mountains. So I'll do my best to get those vibes. Okay, I feel like we've raised enough. I think we kind of lower. Like in here, I feel like this has got to come back. Like we got to carve out a little bit of a better valley section throughout here. I actually like when I'm doing the lower is to actually reduce the radius and then increase the rate. I feel like that gets a little bit of a more dramatic effect, I guess. Just got to whittle away at it. It's just we're making a little 3D model of a mountain. Making it out of clay, whatever you want to say. We got to keep working on it. The top up here, pretty ugly currently. Just so like bleh. It's very just awkwardly shaped. We need to do a lot of work up at the top here. I didn't even start touching this space. Why do you face cam on live but not in videos? Because in my videos, my face cam's not there to. I don't think adding my face into my videos adds anything to the videos. Whereas I think adding face cam on live streams helps it feel a little bit more like we're chilling and hanging together and doing all that, versus on a video is I usually have a build that I'm talking through, and I don't feel like it adds anything to have a face cam on there, like having my webcam going. I think it would just kind of be distracting. And also, it lets me not have to worry about being on camera all the time. Like I can be sitting in here in my most degenerate state and be recording a video and be totally fine and not worrying about, does my hair look okay, or am I wearing something that looks decent, or blah blah blah, all that stuff. It just there's no worry about any of that. So recording videos without face cam to me is actually less stressful. Like anytime I do a clip in a video where I'm like adding my face cam in or something like that, like that's like a few minutes of get ready to record, go make sure I fix my hair, go put something on that looks nice, go get the lighting set up in the office, get the webcam turned on, get all that stuff sorted, get in a point where the camera's in the right angle, blah, blah. It's effort. It's just a lot of effort. Looks like Mount Rainier. Not quite Mount Rainier yet, but maybe. We'll see. At least not the north side. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. No, like I know like Jimmy does face cam on everything he does, but like Jimmy's content is so much about him, where a lot of my content is about me sharing what I'm doing in Minecraft. Like, is it still about me? Yeah, sure it is. Like, I'm still involved. I'm still one making. I'm still adding my own element by being the one recording all the voice lines and everything. Like, I'm putting my flair on it. Like, it's not just generic Minecraft gameplay, but it's also much more of a generalized focus on here's what I'm doing in Minecraft, not here's my reaction to what I'm doing in Minecraft. You know, there's a little bit of a difference in that. But I also think for like Jimmy, that works super well for him. He's such like a charismatic person, and he just has the ability to like send it and go with it and do all that, and like it works really well for him. He just does a great job of making that type of content. And I just don't feel as comfortable doing that type. And I like the type of content I make. I've never wanted to be somebody who was on camera a lot. I feel like that's like the biggest surprise for so many of my family members about me being a YouTuber is they're like, you never wanted to even take pictures as a kid. Like, you wanted nothing to do with a camera. I'm like, yeah, still kind of don't. Maybe I go back to raising stuff for a little bit. You do see how these little like bits that we're cutting out of here are starting to add a lot more shape to this? You're starting to see a little bit of the shaping coming in. We'll get our waterfall in there. Where do you get your height maps? Willotronics posted a ton of them in the Axiom Discord, and I just downloaded that entire thing. I think they're on the Axiom Assets website that Willotronics is also creating. But I'm not sure. I got them directly from the Axiom Discord. They're actually a lot of the old same height maps that I used when I used to do a lot of World Painter stuff. I just never had them saved on my computer. So I've got a few favorites that are in this list still that I like. But they just kind of they're just height maps for any sort of game development platform. Like these all work in Unity. These all work in any type of software that you can do terrain manipulation. All of these things. Every single one of these will work in those. So it's just kind of the same bunch that gets handed around, and sometimes people will make a few of their own unique ones in there, but for the most part it's usually just the same group. All you need for a height map is a black and white image. You can technically use any black and white image. What does the height map do? Basically, the lighter color in it will add more blocks. So if I were to say just like come in here and hold this at the max radius and just start climbing this stuff up, you can kind of start to see a little bit of that like shape from in here being created in what that is. I have a little bit of a different like way of applying it going on right now, so it's not exact, but the idea is in there. I feel like this, I almost want to like just throw a shape in. I feel like I want like a shape here, just to bump it up a bit. Yeah, okay, that helps. We'll figure out the lake part later. Once we get all of the mountain shaping done, then we'll just use whatever's in there and probably lower it a few blocks and get a lake carved out. For the lake, I kind of want to just do an ice layer, but I should probably do ice on top and then water underneath, huh? So if I just fill it all with water, then it'll ice itself over. That's so cool. Yeah, height maps are fun to work with. Once you can kind of start to find some that you like, they're really, really cool to experiment with and see how you can manipulate them for what you want. Yeah, I'm pretty sure even like, what's this one? 26. There's even some, where are they? Like they have one in here that's just a clover. Makes a clover shape. And you can see it's all just pure white in there. They even have... What else is in here? There's some weird ones. No, never mind. Nothing else too super cool in there that I've downloaded. I know some people have like downloaded like the Axiom logo and tried to make a build out of using a black and white image of the Axiom logo. So like technically you could download like a black and white version of my profile picture and use that as a... Oh, I have the wrong thing going. Dang it. You use the black and white version of your profile picture and try and make a build out of your profile picture as your height map. Now you have to build 3 mountains. Technically 4, because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we still have our whole mountain range. Don't worry, I didn't forget about the mountain range. Friends, click the like button if you haven't already. I very much do appreciate it. We got 3,600 people in here currently. We're at 1,000 likes. Kind of like the idea of this section over here being a little bit like flatter. This is probably going to be very, very snowy, or we're going to have to figure out how we can change all that. Watching the stream at Target. Nice. I'm going to actually... This is going to go to a lower. That's gross. I don't want that to be that bumped out there. Ew. That's actually kind of made a cool space. Bring that back up just a little. Extend you down here. Yeah. We can also modify the Y limit, so it's only going to go up by like 27 blocks above where I'm placing. So it won't modify things too tall, so we, instead of growing the top, we can kind of work out the sides, which is kind of sick. Completely forgot about that water. Where is the water? There it is. Okay. We need to get a little channel for that water to be able to come up. Which would probably be like into here somewhere. But then we've got another one right in there. That can just be coming up out of this guy. Somewhere in there. I don't know. A little bit of a lower. I feel like I need to do some carving away again. So let's reduce our radius, bring our rate up a bit. We're getting too many parts that are sticking out. We gave a lot, now we must take a little. What are we doing today? Making a mountain again. It can't be stopped. It sounded like fun. Ew, that's gross. Yeah, like this whole section in here. How is that hollow? That needs to get fixed up in there. Take away a little bit of that. Maybe take a little bit right there. That'll kind of cause like 2 cuts into it. And maybe we can get a 3rd one right there. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's cool. Then let's go back to raise. And we're going to just extend you out a little. Extend you out a little. Extend this guy out a bit. I haven't built a circular mountain before, so this is new for me. It's kind of fun. Not gonna lie, it's kind of cool being able to build a mountain that's not just like a single point, like working around in like an outside shape. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I don't have an unlimited amount of time to stream today because I got some errands to run this afternoon, but I'm having a really good time so far. Oh, I haven't done anything down here yet. We've been kind of avoiding this. Maybe we get the top looking. No, we need to start cutting this stuff away. I feel like sometimes the carving away is where I get the result that I'm like the most happy about. I don't know. That's kind of a weird bump there. We don't really need that.
Pleased to meet you.
Hattie with 17 months. Thank you so very much. You can build some hot springs on one of your mountains. That'd be very cool. And thanks for all the content. Emily, thanks so much for being here. We're going to put a frozen lake in here, but we could put some hot springs somewhere. Maybe. That could be kind of a fun vibe.
Pleased to meet you.
Eddie, thanks so much for the 4 months.
Hope all is well. Like the stream, everyone. And spoiler when lol. Underscore fWhip colon.
I gave you all the interior. What do you mean spoiler when lol? Oh, you already got your spoiler. Asking for another one. Thank you for the tier 2 for 4 months though, Eddie. I appreciate you. Well, have you carved a deep gorge in the mountain and added a mining system of some sort? I don't know if I want to do a mining system here because I'm planning on doing a massive, like, humongous mine over in Tough Hall over there, which will honestly probably be like a surface to bedrock level mine, just like a huge open chasm. I've thought that that could be super fun. But also does not sound fun to dig out. It sounds really cool to have to look at. But I do have my new rule where I don't allow myself to TNT dupe in the overworld. So we ain't doing that. I'm still gonna allow myself to TNT dupe in the end and the nether if I need to, just because those places suck to mine out. But the overworld, everything out here is done one block at a time. As Mojang intended. I'm sure Axiom is also what Mojang intended. I'm sure they definitely were like, yep, we see creative tools in the future that can just full on 3D model in Minecraft. I'm bringing this out a little. Yeah, let's create like a little bit more interest on that bluff shape. Let's raise our radius up a little. Yeah, that helps. Top of the mountain could be more thin. Yeah, we're gonna keep carving away at it when we're working on it. I feel like if I focus too much on one area, then it's gonna get like imbalanced towards the rest. So I like to do it all in phases. Instead of spending a whole ton of time focusing on detailing one step, I kind of I kind of prefer to just keep going around in a loop. Just to see what I can, like, come up with as I'm moving. Why do I keep getting these, like, open gaps? I don't know what to do down there. I really don't know what to do at the bottom of this. This is the only part that I'm like, eee. You know? Sometimes you go, and other times you go, eee, and this is an E type day. Well, space, not day, just this spot. You plant any mountain covered in trees, the small trees you designed? I have this thought that I really want to try one day, making a mountain not covered in trees, but like covered in leaf piles to symbolize trees from far away. I feel like that's something I've been really wanting to give a shot at, and I think it's only one that we're going to be able to pull off from like a huge distance away, so we might. I don't think that'll work here, but maybe in the mountain range it could work. But I feel like a lot of these are going to be, we're going to say that they're just above the tree line. Whatever the proper term for that is. Also don't want leaves up here because that could potentially take away from the world tree. I know we could use like spruce trees and whatnot up here, but kind of like the idea of having the world tree be like the one big tree that you can see from when you're up in this area. There we go, that actually looks better. This is kind of very bluffy over here. I think we need to actually probably raise the middle. Let's raise our radius up, raise the middle here. Give it like its own little point. I don't like these being like too sharp, but I do like the idea of them like having little like somewhat points to them at the top. Have you tried using height maps before? Like, yeah, I used to. Actually, how I got into building in Minecraft was through a lot of where I got obsessed with building with Minecraft originally was by playing around in World Painter, which in that is basically a outside of Minecraft tool that you can use to make landscapes and terrains and things very easily. And I absolutely loved it. I actually, for like fun money and some book money in college, used World Painter. I would create maps and then sell them to servers that they would then build structures on for like server spawns. So back before the Minecraft marketplace was a thing, I made a decent amount. Like I made a few $100 a month selling Minecraft maps. So that was actually where I got my start in Minecraft building, was by working with landscapes and terrains and all that. I've been obsessed with landscaping in Minecraft since I started playing this game. Super Steve, thanks so much for the tier 2 membership. How are we doing today? want that to come back a little. What mod are you using? It's called Axiom. AXIOM. Let's go back to raise. This needs to come forward here. I'm gonna go lower, carve this section out a little bit. We're gonna drop this down so there's a little bit more of a gap between it. I'm actually gonna reduce the radius, carve through here, little cov right there, little cov in here for a disconnect. So we break up that consistent line, but you still kind of have the slope going.
Keep it real.
Is the world tree a reference to black clover?
I have no idea what black clover is. So no. The world tree that I was originally inspired by for this tree was in God of War. Not Ragnarok, the one before that, the first one that came out on PC. There was that place that you could go to transfer between realms as you're kind of exploring the game, to go between all the different maps. And the tree in there, the middle dial that you use to like go to change to which realm you're going on, there was a big tree that was Yggdrasil. Definitely butchering the pronunciation of it. But I loved the stylized, like, broken way that they did it, and I was just obsessed, and that is the inspiration I took to build the world tree. That's why that purely is why the world tree is shattered. ZX, thanks for upgrading to tier 1 membership, dude. Appreciate you. It's an anime. Yeah, no. But I know a lot of anime is inspired by Norse mythology. The same way a lot of Western things are inspired by Asian cultures. It's just flipped. Everybody's inspired by cultures that aren't actually around them. Well, I guess not inspired by it, but like fascinated by cultures that you don't experience on a day-to-day. Can I just go in here and extrude and... So weird looking. Why did we do that? Feels a little artificial in here. Let's take this all back. We can have a big carve. Big. And then we'll lower the radius again. Take a little bit more right through there. We're going to have some drasticness to this. Actually, I guess we could, instead of sending it all the way down there, we can go back to raise, bring ourselves back into 14. How can I get your texture pack? My texture pack is available to members. Tier 1 supporters are able to get the fWhip foliage upgrades texture pack. There's no free download currently. If you do become a member, join the Discord. You can get access to that and the world download. All for tier 1 memberships. Every type of download thing, I believe, is just gated behind a tier 1. So nothing too crazy. And getting access to the community server is that is tier 2. I feel like I'm leaving a lot of space just to be careful for the lake in the middle, where I probably can actually reduce this and bring it all in. Give it more shape coming into the middle. Like this here. It's just like, it needs more interruptions is what I'm running into. Like that's just too much straight lineage going up. Whereas when you look over here, we have a lot of these points where it's like, comes up straight, but then it levels out to get grass on it, and those. Like, that's what I want to start trying to work in here. But it's hard when it's like this much more peaked up, you know? So that's what I want to try working on for now. So like even here, like creating this as a little bit of a flatter section there. Make like a little subsection in here. This needs to come out. So if I'm a sub on Twitch, it works? Yes, yes, yes. If you're a tier 1 sub on Twitch, tier 1 member on YouTube, or if you are a tier 1 supporter on Patreon, I've normalized perks across the board. So if you're a supporter on any platform, you'll get the same perks across everything. So wherever you want to support, that is absolutely amazing, and you'll get all the benefits from it. Coming back in here. I'm supposed to be working on the outside. Come on, me.
Hey, for real.
Thought of improv and the top of the world tree yet?
Not again. Could it use some love? Sure. Am I gonna do that? No. Not again. It took me 100,000 azalea leaves. No, 70,000 azalea leaves. 50,000 azalea leaves went into round 2 of put into that tree, I believe, or was it 40,000? To improve the canopy from what it was the first time. And it made a big impact for sure, but in order to improve the canopy again and get like bring it up like all the way around there or whatever to like finish off almost like the mushroom cloud shape, we're looking at another 60,000-70,000 azalea leaves, like doubling the amount in the tree. And I have better things to do with my life than place 70,000 azalea leaves. Placing them actually isn't the worst part. It's gathering 70,000 azalea leaves that I just do not want to do. But so no, the world tree is going to stay as is. There are ways that I know I can improve it, and I'm happy with knowing that, and I'm happy with not doing them. Yeah, Prime subs work too. Trying to set up my Twitch chat, but can't find any streaming softwares free. Do you have any suggestions? OBS. OBS, and if you have a stronger PC, I use Streamlabs OBS, but it is a lot more memory intensive than regular OBS, but I do like some of the perks it brings. But just use OBS. And then create an account with either Stream Elements or Streamlabs, and just set up all of the things that they have. You can get everything you need to stream off of those websites alone. You don't need anything else. I mean, obviously you got to make your custom alerts and whatnot, but if you're just getting started, you're like, ooh, how do I even do it? You don't need custom alerts. You can just make something out of the default ones that they have. Don't spend money on streaming until you're making money off of streaming. You can spend time on it, but don't spend money on it, is the biggest thing I would recommend. I think the biggest trap a lot of people fall into is, if I buy a better microphone, I'll get more viewers. It's not true. There are some people with absolutely terrible microphones that average 50 to 60, like 1,000 people watching them at any given time. There are people who just still use headset microphones that have hundreds of thousands of followers. I'm pretty sure Tyler 1 uses a headset microphone. I could be wrong on that, though. I know Linksy still uses a headset microphone. He told me that a while ago. I was kind of surprised. Kind of like this down here just being like a few rocks that are going to come in, and then we'll just kind of work around it as we go. Like, I'll probably do this as first round here, and then we'll adjust as needed. You streamed the like, thanks. Almost 4,000 viewers. Woohoo! Look at that little pig. He's just hanging on the mountain. He's like, why is there so much purple? I've never seen purple before in my life, and now there's purple everywhere. Am I gonna die? Answer is probably yes. But hey, that pig in the survival world, he's gonna be just surrounded by eternal darkness forever and ever and ever. But he won't die. He'll just live in darkness forever. Worse than death. What? I kind of want to make this look like there used to be like an erosion channel that ran here. We can go into lower. Something like that, kind of. Actually, let's go that way a little bit more. Give it some more shape. Don't need just like a straight diagonal coming in. Okay. 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 Go back to raise. I think I'm starting to like this. I feel like the biggest step for me is just finally being at the point where, like, you know what, I'm okay. Let's add in. All right, this needs to come forward a bunch. That's just too steep in there. But adding in the grass, whenever we finally get comfortable enough with it to add in the grass, like, that is when we can get like a big change. Actually kind of looks half decent. I kind of like that little bam. How tall is this? It's taller than the tree. Highest point currently is 252. So we've got a lot of space to go up in the world. If you remember, I've raised my world height to 512, so we've got a lot of space before we actually hit the world height that I have in this world. So we could do so much building on top of this. Yeah, that'll be where we have that little water line coming into there. We need to figure out this. That's just a little flat for my liking. It's actually not the worst. Down here still sucks. That really sucks. I feel like I need to lower and just start tearing things away. Create that like multi-layered effect I was talking about. Um, it's gonna be a lot of digging. that's all I got. It's gonna be a lot of digging. So I feel like this right here probably should just come in.
Keep it real.
Maybe make an Excel file for block pallets.
I've got them placed down in the world somewhere, so we'll be okay on that one. I can just code copy with what I have from the old spots, so I'm not super worried about it. And also, if things kind of change a little bit, I'm okay with that. As long as it looks somewhat consistent across everything that else is in the area, then I'm fine with it. But it's not a bad idea for depending on what you're doing. I find that Excel files, I mostly just forget to look at them. I'm really bad about, I'll take so many notes on everything, and then just when I'm doing the thing, I'm like, man, I can't think about this. What was I thinking of? And I just completely space on the fact that I took notes. Oh, that was too big. Radius goes down. ZX, thanks for the dono, dude. Appreciate it. We can raise this again a little bit here. Very, very tiny brush. Oh, I was like, what is that? Just LOD messing up. Okay. Yeah. Thought I could do it without changing the speed. Like this whole section here, we're gonna do like the whole mud and everything that we've done elsewhere. So like it's gonna come up here real quick, and then we'll just inch it all the way up to the top. We'll just run this across, and then when we come back into paste, or to change to green concrete or wool or whatever, it'll be easy to just add all of this in. So we got this. Look at me, actually placing blocks by hand. What is going on? fWhip is building an active volcano in world ever cross your mind? Would it be really cool? An active volcano? If you mean like how Scar does it, where he has like the volcano like fire plume coming out the top, like it's actively erupting, I am not a huge fan of doing that. I think it looks absolutely amazing when he does it, but it's not a skill that I've been able to figure out how to do that type of glass storm art very well. So I'll probably leave that type of stuff to Scar. But I do like the idea of having like some sort of volcano, like a basalt rock mountain somewhere in the world. I think that could be kind of a fun vibe. I've talked about doing that to cover up the copper farm. I just need to actually go through and check and see if it would ruin the rates of the copper farm or not. All of this mud. Oh, we goofed all that pretty bad. Mud looks really weird against purple concrete. Yeah, that'll do for the down there probably. Maybe. I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave that for now. I've still got to fix this up. I'm thinking this though. I think I'm going to get rid of you. And we're just going to extend this rock like right here. To there. And then we're going to do like a smaller one that comes out to here. And this can kind of be like one of the only rocks that we actually like keep extruding as much as it is. Yeah, I think that adds a good amount of like little needed interest for it. Sorry, there's a car, a big truck outside. I was like, what is going on here? What's going on? Not us. It's our neighbors. Yeah, I mean, something even like that is fine. Maybe we could take our lower, go a little skinnier here. Carve it back just touching there. Carve it back just touching there. And this side, because that was just the plain thing. Yeah, okay, cool. I can maybe use a little bit more. Yeah, too speedy. Okay, I think I'm starting to enjoy what we have going on here. Tree leaning over the water with burbs. Yeah, we're just not really at that stage yet, but that's definitely good ideas for stuff like that. I want to add more little burbs throughout, like little parrots sitting in trees and things. I feel like adds so much noise. I just want Minecraft to add more birds, dude. When can we get the bird update? Huh? Where's our bird update coming? Screw the end update. I want the bird update. That right here needs a lot of love. Tap this down very lightly. Now we're going to go with our painter tool. Brush here. Okay. And let's just move that a touch more in there. Maybe I change this to melt. Now we can get back in here. Raise that guy up a little bit off that corner. Want the rivers update? Dude, rivers update would go hard. Minecraft rivers are just bleh. The fact that they all spawn on one Y level is just so sad. Might have to redirect the river just ever so slightly, but we'll deal with that when we get there. Oh, sorry, river. Let's go with lower because I kind of removed the area where we were going to send water through. That'll come through there, send you up like this, and then that'll probably start like somewhere right in there. So we can kind of carve this whole bit down, make it look like it actually would flow that direction, which it kind of does. Let's go with shape tool. Just move you to like here. And then we'll just tap our smooth on that. And then elevation, we're gonna go with raise. I just hate when it looks very grid-like. When it starts to look super grid-like you can see that it was done with a smoothing brush, I'm like, I need to change it, and it needs to be changed. You can't have something overly smooth. Like that right there, too smooth. Need to break it up. Anything that looks too computerized, I need to add a little bit of noise to. Ooh, we kind of forgotten about this section here. This is looking a little behind. And let's go with our lower, and then we're gonna just kind of, I know I just put it up, but we're just gonna carve it back down. We're gonna take this back in here too a little. Then even like this corner can come down a touch, and then maybe do like another, just connect like right up there. Yeah, that's starting to look a little bit better. Yeah, cool. This top feels a little too smooth. Wait, I just learned my parents have ordered me a foliage jumper. Bass, that's awesome. Make sure you tell them thank yous. Many thank yous. Sounds like cool parents. When are you finally gonna build the ship in the city harbor? Oh, the one that I have the outline for. Whenever I get inspiration for it. Just don't really know what type of ship I want to put in there yet, to be honest. Because I want it to be a ship that's not like one from Path. I think. I might just throw that out the window one day and build it, though. I don't know. Maybe that'll happen the next week. I was able to finish the last video for the Foliage University, so next week's video is already done. At least for like the month of Foliage University merch. Because I wanted to make sure that I got all of those. So I'm kind of in a point where I'm like, I'm a little between projects right now. So I know what I want to do for the next project. I just haven't started it yet. Because I'm still trying to think of the build style I want to go with for it, but I've got a direction now. I've got a little bit of a direction for it, which will be fun. but I'm still trying to figure out all those other things. But with that, I'm kind of in like this little like, I don't know really what I need to do right now. Like I don't, it's still in like that's messing around in my brain point, but it's not like a messed around in the brain enough to where I'm like feeling ready to start doing things on it. I'm still just kind of like letting the ideas situate and honestly just taking like a breather. Excuse me. Sorry. Allergies. I feel like after I do cardio recently, my allergies have been so much worse, dude.
Keep it real.
Ghostly Pirates of the Caribbean style ship.
Like the Black Pearl. I feel like the Black Pearl's been built so many times in Minecraft. And I don't want it to be ghostly. I want it to be something that actually like belongs in the city, like a trade ship. I don't really go for a whole... I go for a medieval fantasy in this world, but it's still very much within reason of like it's gonna all be things that very much make sense in like a real world concept of like there wouldn't just randomly be a ghost ship like parked in a human city. Like we could have ghost pirates somewhere in the world for sure, but like their ship would not be just resting in the harbor of Path, you know? That to me feels like it's a little too ambiguous. It feels a little too Sea of Thieves-y, which isn't bad. Like there's definitely a cool vibe to Sea of Thieves, but I want it to feel like the stuff in here is like everybody is part of the same faction or like trading with the cities or an ally, not like some where if you saw it out on the seven seas, you'd be like, is this gonna attack me or is it friendly, you know? I have always wanted to do like a Tortuga style place. That could be kind of fun one day. I'll just throw that in with the other billion build ideas that I still want to do. The problem is that I also want to do like another medieval city at some point. I feel like I've learned so much from Path that now I'm like, okay, I want to start fresh. On like a new medieval city. Like figure out a new build style for it and like send it full like fresh off of like all my new build skills. Maybe not a full new style, but new skills being implemented. Because there's some things that I want to do in the city that I've thought of ideas for, but then I'm like, that just looks so off next to the old styles that I've had. Like they feel like two different generations of me building. So I'm definitely toning some things down that I would want to try in order to have it fit more in line with the older stuff. Because I want the whole city to be on theme. What's the orange rectangle? That's gonna be for a monastery. Calling it the Monastery of Millions. I haven't gotten around to designing it quite yet, but I'm hoping to get that done before the end of the year. That's one of my this year bucket lists. I just have to tear down a mountain. Maybe the savannah you want to transform? Yeah. I also feel like I need to like spend so much time like getting this area fleshed out before I go and do the savannah, you know? We're gonna take a shape tool. We're gonna get rid of this guy. And a little bit longer. Place there. We're gonna do another one. Just bring it up and send it a few blocks back here. And then we're gonna take you like super small right there and just do something like this. Now we should be able to
Keep it real.
I can
Call the next city entry a successor to Path.
That'd be a vibe. Nah, all of the cities and everything in this world are named some way, shape, or form off of like either a Minecraft block or an idea in Minecraft outside of New Papyrus. New Papyrus is the exception because it's literally a rename of Papyrus from the original world. But yeah, the idea that I've always wanted in this world is that everything is a very, very simple name. The naming scheme that we do is purely based and designed around the idea that it's all done off of something Minecraft block related. If nobody got the path reference there, it's not just a random word. I wasn't like, I'm gonna call this path because that sounds cool, but it was very much like the joke on all roads lead to Rome, and we have pathways around this entire world, so all roads lead to path is the joke of that one. Because currently every single road in this world leads back to this city. And then that's how new papyrus, I'm saying fits because papyrus and sugarcane. So it would be something sugarcane related most likely if we did that. The dwarven area we call Tough Hall with TUFF for tough blocks. And then Hall just for like dwarven Hall, you know. So I'm trying to make sure everything that I do is naming scheme wise is related some way, shape, or form to a Minecraft block. Or they're currently unnamed. You ever scared of dying and losing everything? I try and not think about it. It's one of those things that I know is going to happen eventually. There will be an end. It is a hardcore world. There will always be an end to a hardcore world, no matter how good and talented you are at playing the game. There's always going to be something that eventually gets there. But for me, that's kind of weirdly, like, cool. In a way of I can try and do as much as I possibly can in this world and see how much I can accomplish. And then there's going to be a point where we're done. And we can look back on everything we did and how long we were able to survive to get here. And all of that and all the accomplishments along the way. And then that also puts a really, really nice bow on it of like, just like, cool, we died, it's over, seal it up, package it away, put it up on the shelf. If wasn't that an awesome, amazing time? I absolutely love doing that. Alrighty, let's see what's next. Where I think that was the biggest issue I had with ending the Building with fWhip series is that there's no concrete end to that. There's just an kind of an expectation that it's going to continue when I was personally feeling done with it. I don't feel personally done with this series. I absolutely love this world. This has been such a fun way to play Minecraft. And it's really, really gotten me much more inspired into building in this game. But yeah, so I felt there was very much a time where I was working on the Building with fWhip world and I was like, I feel like I'm ready for something new. Can't wait to see the city of waxed, lightly weathered cut copper stairs. Dude, same. Actually, I was thinking the oxidized lightning rod, waxed oxidized lightning rod would be a pretty cool city too, but we'll see. Alrighty. Flatten up. Let's go to there. Just bring that out of touch. Bring this guy out of touch. Bring him out of touch. We need to work on all these spaces, but looking at the time, I think we're actually going to be wrapping it up there today. We've definitely got a lot more work to be doing on this. It is still purple. But that was once purple too. The city of Fencegate, true. I'm just saying, the view from path, once we get all of that finished up, and we can, the goal for the city is to wrap all the way along here, and then we'll do some sort of a keep right out on the corner as like a guard, as an entrance to the city along the riverway. So that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be really, really fun to be able to start planning all that stuff out. But my friends, I've got some errands to run that I need to get to, and the places I believe close at 5, so I've got to get moving. It's a little late. I'll make it. I'm fine. It's already in the car. I just need to go run and go do stuff. Thank you so very much for the support today, everybody. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Thank you so very much for hanging out. We're going to be ending things off here. New video will be tomorrow. Big building video on the Foliage University coming out tomorrow. I really hope y'all enjoy it. I had so much fun making that one. Editing through the next video is absolutely amazing. So I really hope y'all enjoy it. Foliage University merch is on sale still for another 10.5 days, 11 days, something like that. So check it out, fWhip.store if you have not already. But that, my friends, is gonna do it for today. I'll go find something to raid over on the Twitch side of my friends. I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.